Namaste, this is Santa Auntie. In this video, we're going to talk about the possessive pronouns his and her or his and hers in Hindi. Namaste, this is Santa Auntie. In this video, we are going to talk about the possessive pronouns his and hers in Hindi. There are three words that we need to practice: Uska, Uskee, and Uskay. First, let's focus on these two, Uska and Uskee. So the question is, which one is his and which one is hers? So you might be thinking, Auntie, I think it's time to call obvious Ullu because it's super obvious that Uska is his and Uskee means hers. But that's not true. There's more to it than that. Which one to use doesn't depend on who's speaking. It depends on the subject of the sentence and whether that noun is a boy bucket noun, a pull noun, or a girl bucket noun, a stri noun. Let's look at some examples. His shirt is green. What's the subject of the sentence? Shirt. What's shirt in Hindi? Kameez. Is it pull or stri? Stri. So would it be uska or uskee? Uskee. So then, how do we say this sentence in Hindi? Uski kameez hari hai. Uski kameez hari hai. So see how even though it's a his sentence, his shirt is green, we still use uskee because kameez is a stri noun. So you've learned in class when I have taught you that nouns are like the noun of Hindi because everything revolves around the noun. We changed our uska to uskee because kameez is a stri noun, and we changed hara to hari because kameez is a stri noun. All right, let's do another one. Her eyeglasses are gray. What's the subject of the sentence? Eyeglasses. What's eyeglasses in Hindi? Chashma. Pull or stri? Pull. So would it be uska or uskee? Uska. So how do we do the sentence? The full sentence. Her eyeglasses are gray. Uska chashma saleti hai. Uska chashma saleti hai. Because chashma is a pull noun, so we use uska even though it's a her sentence. So again, make sure you understand that it doesn't matter. Uskee is not her and uska is not his. Uska and uskee can be used for both his and her or his and hers. It all depends on what the object is that you're talking about. Let's do another one. His car is yellow. What's the subject of the sentence? Car. And what's car in Hindi? Gaadi. Pull or stri? Stri. So would it be uska or uskee? Uskee. So then how do we say this sentence in Hindi? Uski gaadi peeli hai. Uski gaadi peeli hai. So there's something that I want to mention here. This is called agreement. What I mean is that the possessive pronoun agrees with the noun gaadi, and the adjective peeli also agrees with the noun gaadi. Okay? So gaadi is a stri noun, which means that our possessive pronoun and any adjectives have to agree with our stri noun. So that's why you should see the pattern here. All the E's in all of the words. Uskee, gaadi, peeli. All of those end with E. Now, it's not always going to be that way because as we've learned in class, there are some color words, for example, if we're just talking about color adjectives, that do not ever change. Like ferozi, and gulabi, and bangani, and narangi, and lal, and safed. Those are some examples of color adjectives that don't ever change regardless of whether the noun is pull or stri. And I know this is confusing, okay? So that's why we just have to keep practicing it. So when the color word can change, you have to make sure it agrees with the noun that's being used in the sentence. If the color word cannot change, it doesn't matter what the noun is in the sentence. That adjective color is always going to stay the same. All right, let's do some more practice problems. His younger brother, would it be Uska or Uskee? Uska. What about her twin brother? Uska or Uskee? Uska, because again, the subject is brother. Brother is a pull noun, so it would be Uska. So even though one is his brother and the other is her brother, the way to say both of them in Hindi is Uska, because brother is a pull noun. What about this? Would it be Uska or Uskee for her dog? Dog is kutta. And from the word, we should be able to understand that kutta is a pull noun. So which one would it be, Uska or Uskee? Uska. Uska kutta. Now, instead of her dog, let's do his dog. What would this one be, Uska or Uskee? Dog is still kutta and it's still pull. So Uska or Uskee? Still Uska, because kutta is a pull noun. What about this, Uska or Uskee? Her mom. Uskee, because mom is a stri noun. What about this, his sister? Uska or Uskee? Uskee. Why? Because sister is a stri noun. What about this one, her sister? Would it be Uska or Uskee? Uskee, because sister is still a stri noun. Let's review the inflection of colors. So we talked about this a little earlier. Let's review it now. Inflection means when the ending of a word changes. For example, bada can change to badi. In Hindi, words ending with an a sound can change. So that means which color words change? The ones in the top row. What do they become? Notice that they all end with a. So they become pila becomes pili, hara, hari, nila, nili, kala, kali, bhura, bhuri, sunera, suneri. And the ones in the bottom row never change. Narangi is always narangi. Bangani, gulabi, saleti, ferozi, chandi, lal, and safed. They never change, regardless of what noun is being talked about in the sentence. His red car, Uska or Uskee? Well, it would be Uskee because car is gadi, which is a stri noun. So what would the sentence be? Uski lal gadi. Not Uski lali gadi or Uski lala gadi, because there's no such thing as lali or lala. Lal never changes. Uski lal gadi. We've learned how to use Uska and Uskee. Let's talk about the third one now. Uskay. When do we use Uskay? All right, we use it when there's more than one object. More than one object, plural, okay? So, but there's a little more to it than that. We use Uskay when the subjects are a mix of pull and stri, like we see this group of friends that are a mix of male and female, or when the subjects are all pull. So she's saying her brothers. Her brothers are all pull. So those are the two use cases for when we use uske for plural nouns and when either it's a mix of male and female or it's a group of all male, pull. But what if the subjects, there's more than one plural, but they're all female nouns, they're all stri? Then what do we do? we use uskee. So here's the thing. If it's a three noun, we always use uskee. If it's not all three nouns or a single three noun, then we're going to use uska or uske, and it's going to depend on the quantity of the subjects. All right? What about this one? His dogs. Would it be uska, uskee, or uske? Dog is still kutta, and it's still a plural noun. And as obvious ulu should be telling us, because it ends with an sound. So would it be uska, uskee, or uske? Uske, because we have more than one plural noun. So it's uske. His brothers, what would this be? Uska, uskee, or uske? Brothers are plural. So this would be uske. Her friends, uska, uskee, or uske. This is the example we talked about earlier. It's a group of female and male. So what would we have here? Uska, uskee, or uske? And friends are doston. Dost is one friend. Doston is a way to say more than one friend. So what would it be? Uske. All right. His kids. His kids. So kids are bacche. All right. Kids are bacche. Is that plural or three? Well, one single child is baccha. So this one should be obvious that it's a plural noun. Therefore, his kids would be uske. All right. So remember our rules. We use uske when the objects are a mix of plural and three. And isn't this one a mix? He has one boy and one girl? Yeah. So it would be uske. What about her sisters? Her sisters, uska, uskee, or uske. And sisters, of course, are three. So it would be uskee. What about her brothers? Brothers are plural. So uske, because there's more than one. His sons. Again, sons are plural. So, and there's more than one, so it would be uske. All right, let's take a look at some sentence practice problems. Bruno is her uncle. Bruno is her uncle. How would we say this in Hindi? Bruno uske uncle hai. Bruno uske uncle hai. But wait a second. We have a singular plural noun, Bruno. So why is it uske? Because we're elevating uncle's status because he's an uncle. He's an elder. So we're elevating his status by using uske. We're showing him respect. So that's the third use case of uske. We use it to show respect to our elders. Bruno uske uncle hai. So then what about how do we show respect to if it was Bruno's girlfriend or Bruno's wife? An elder female, how do we show respect to her? For her, we still use uskee, okay? We only have a different word to show respect for male relatives. For females, we still use uskee, all right? Harry is her friend. Harry is her friend. Again, friend is dost, and it's a plural noun. So how would we say Harry is her friend? Harry uska dost hai. Harry uska dost hai. All right, great work. Now you know how to use the possessive pronouns uska, uskee, and uske in Hindi. Dhanyavad for joining me. I'll see you in class.